And we are live. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I am doing great. It's Monday and it was so hot and humid today. It was like I lived in a jungle. So that wasn't much fun, but it's all right. I could take it. So I'll be complaining about winter before we know it. So I'm just going to be happy that
I know.
I'm going to be happy that this is what we have, and I'll take it. But we had a crazy weekend. So before I get to that,
Good.
I'll hear about your weekend. So how was anything new with
Uh,
you?
uh, Typical 4th of July weekend. Went to fireworks and went to a car show. Had a pretty good time.
Did you have a
So
car in the car show?
yeah, we took our truck, and then my son had his car. So yeah,
So
it
did
was
you
a good time.
win?
It no, it was just more of a cruise.
Oh,
So it was at the A&W. So they just did. They had about 200 cars. It was a good time though. They didn't give prizes.
oh, that's fun though. They
Yeah, it
gave
was.
you could have a root beer float, so life is good.
Yes, that was a good
Yeah,
that was
well,
nice.
that's always good. We had a great
Yeah.
weekend. We had, as most people saw, some monsters wanted to see New York City, and they were
Oh,
coming up. I said, "Well, you can stay at my place. We'll have a little party." So it was my wife's birthday on Thursday, so we had a barbecue and hung out. And then Friday we had great big plans to go see the shore and do things like that, and watch the fireworks down there on the 4th of July. Well, none of that happened. So we just hung out in my pool basically all day. And then Twister wanted to see Jack Riot. So she hassled me all day about when are we going to see Jack Riot. So I opened up the Jack Daniels and actually drank Jack Daniels on Friday night. So then Saturday
uh-oh.
morning, I remembered why Jack Riot doesn't come out to play much anymore. I didn't feel awful, but it was good. But then we went to New York City and toured the big city, and it was really funny because there were some people like Taco was up here from Mississippi, and so he goes into the big city on Saturday, and Saturday night he was in New York City, and then Sunday he got up and left dark 30 and was home on Sunday night. So it's kind of funny to be in New York City Saturday night and 24 hours later you're at home. Came back to my place and slept the night and then got up early and rode straight home. So it was a lot of fun. It was a good time, and I do have one fun New York City picture to show you. So this is the highlight of our New York City trip. If you didn't catch this, the dead
Oh,
rat from
I did not see that picture. That's
the
pretty
Central
cool.
Park. That was Central Park rat. Gavin loves it when I send him pictures of dead stuff. So I always stop, take a picture of the dead stuff. So uh, that was New York City. That was New York
Okay.
City for us. So that was pretty. That was pretty fun. We had a good time. I don't know. Jimmy Miller stopped over. That was kind of funny, and we had a good laugh. He went to leave, and it was pouring rain, so I told him take my truck and go home, and you can come back in the morning. So then I forgot some things in my truck, so that was kind of funny. He had to bring it in the house and before he took off driving around New Jersey. So it's kind of funny. I thought I'd have my truck all cleaned out, but that didn't work out. So Jimmy knows what I'm talking about, but I was laughing when I saw his name. And Daryl, my buddy in Minnesota, he's seen that Jack Riot. So we've been friends for years and years and years. So he's seen a much crazier version of the Jack Riot that came out than what came out on Friday night. So it was all good. But if you noticed, I do have a new fresh haircut. That
Saw
was that was part of Jack Riot.
that.
Raindrop insisted on giving me a haircut. She said it was driving her crazy, and to be honest, it was driving me a little crazy too. So Raindrop took a switchblade. I thought I had it laying around here. Took a knife and was cutting it, but that wasn't going so good. So we got a scissors, and she cut that. So it was pretty funny. So we had a good laugh, but she cut my hair, and I did get a compliment on the subway how nice my hair looked. And I don't care if Twister told the lady to say it or not, it was still a compliment on
Oh,
my hair. So we did have some fun times on the subway. We went all over the place. We went to the World Trade Center and saw the memorial there, and then we went up to Times or Central Park. walked around 8th Avenue, and then we went up to Central Park and we walked around that quite a bit. Then went down 5th Avenue. They saw the Trump Plaza and all that good stuff. And there was a squirrel. I got to get that picture. The squirrel was cooling himself off on the sidewalk because it was really hot. And there was a part of the sidewalk that was so funny. And the squirrel was laying there with his legs spread and he had his balls on the cold concrete. And everybody was standing around laughing at this squirrel. He was just laying there like it was dead, but just chilling out. So he was enjoying life. So that was pretty funny. So Mark, he came and met us. He was a little behind because I don't check my phone, so I didn't know he was coming to my house. And then we were already at the train station, so he caught up and it was all good. So it was pretty funny. So that was my weekend. So we had some laughs, and we were in Central Park, and Mark had just got one of the last coins, the Central Park coin, and he was in there the day before. So that was pretty entertaining because we went it was on the other side of a lake in Central Park, but you could see where it was from where we were at. And so it was kind of fun. So that coin lasted a long time, and he had some guesses where it was, but Central Park was the answer. And you couldn't just get a motorcycle to it. You had to stop, walk around a boathouse, through the woods, down a trail, and then down to the lake. And then it was inside of a tree. So I was really happy it was there because, as everybody knows, Central Park has a lot of people. I tried to put it somewhere that we could get it, and it was frozen when I was there, so I couldn't really put it in the ground that good. So luckily I found that spot, but it was still there, and he didn't get stabbed by any hypodermic needles or any other trash that was in there. So he got it. He had a shovel and he was digging around, so it was all good. But that was awesome. But that was last weekend, and now we got to talk about next weekend because things go so busy, so crazy all the time. But next weekend is Monsters Over Mountains, and we have Denver here with us that's going to jump on here, and so we can talk about what he's got planned and who's coming and what the deal is. Anybody wants to join up, so give me 1 second so I hit the right button. Denver, here you come. Hey, my man.
Hey, what's going on? Thanks for letting me come hang out for a little bit.
Yeah, it's awesome. I can't believe another year has gone by and we're at Monsters Over Mountains again. And like I was telling you before we came on here, I was like, I was really hoping July was going to be the month that it would work for me to get out there and experience this. And I just couldn't make it work. I got so much going on with my family that just wasn't happening. So I apologize. I can't get out there. So maybe next year, July will be the answer. So that would be good. I'm working on next year's calendar too. So the sooner you have an idea, the better, because that's 2026 right now. And it already has, it's not as bad as 2025, if you can even see that thing, but 2026 is going to fill up pretty fast. So anyhow, what you got shaking for this weekend?
It's going to be fun. I just want to say, thanks to everybody that wants to come do this. It's crazy that you get people that are coming from, different time zones that want to come ride and hang out and see what we have up here in the Northwest. It's still it shocks me. It's super cool. And I'm looking forward to it because this year is going to be even more of a challenge. We got more people. This will be the largest group. Usually we're, 6, 7 people, which isn't bad. And this year we're really pushing the envelope mileage wise to try to get it done. And we're up to 11 people as of this morning that are going to be coming to ride it this weekend.
That's a good amount of people to ride that.
It is, especially, when Google says, their own time frame, and I say, we can do better than that. So, but no, we're going to do 1,627 miles is what it maps out to be. And, you get the beautiful North Cascades, Highway 20. We're going to check out Flathead Lake. And the goal was try to get over Lolo before it's dark, but I'm not sure we'll do our best just because, it is a dark stretch of highway, but, there are plenty of people riding. We got plenty of lighting to help light the way. So, hopefully all that's going to go well. And, we're going to do the little hobo camp somewhere after Lewiston, Idaho. That'll be around our 1,000-mile mark, and get the little power nap on the side of the road and do the old vagabond style and power on to get back to Port Angeles down to Bar Hop Artesian Pizza, where we're going to have the end of the ride party and celebration down there right on the waterfront here in Port Angeles.
What time you planning to be at the party at the end?
5 o'clock. We're gonna leave at 5 a.m. from here because we got to take a ferry, and it's about an hour to the ferry, which will give us a half-hour wait, and we'll catch a boat, cross the Puget Sound, and then we're interstate riding for just a little bit before we hit the back highways. It's very minimal. I really mapped it out well. We're not going to be on the main interstate for maybe the whole ride. You might have 60 miles of interstate, and the rest is all back road, 2-lane highways.
That's going to be nice. Hopefully the weather cooperates, and the roads are good, so you can pound those miles out and have it be super enjoyable, not be a pain in the ass. Out there, you never know.
Looking at all the weather, Mother Nature's supposed to be in our favor. It's going to look, looking like we're going to be riding in, the 90-degree range, give or take 5 degrees. So there's no liquid sunshine, as we call it up here in the Northwest. It doesn't look like that's anywhere in the forecast. Thank you, baby Jesus, because we got our fair share last year, and that definitely adds a whole nother level of non-enjoyment.
Yeah, it's a pain, but it's a lot of fun out there, and I was laughing because this past weekend at my house, it was like the perfect weekend to ride a motorcycle, and I never even took it out of the room. It's just funny, like we had motorcycles all over my driveway and they never moved, and it was like the ideal weekend to ride a motorcycle. 85 degrees, sunny, was not crazy, no crazy wind, no nothing, but I guess it was fun. It was sometimes fun not to ride too.
You do have those moments. Same way Amy and I's plan was to stay home, and then we ended up finding an opening at a campground. So we took off and went and camped down at one of our favorite places down on the beach in Port Townsend and spent the weekend camping.
Fun. It was a lot of fun, and the money you raise from this will go towards Gavin's van as well. So it'll be nice to anything you raise and will do. It'll be all for a good cause. So that's going to be awesome.
Yeah, we want to, help try to put a dent in that and take, use what we can for Monsters Over Mountains and help get that van paid off. So it's one less thing for the family to worry about.
Yep, exactly. So that'll be nice because we got that going, and then we got some other things going this summer. We'll be able to get that paid off for sure. So it's a lot of fun to see it coming together. And these events like this are what it's all about. People traveling across the country to go do some epic shit. And for people who have not been to the Pacific Northwest, it is beautiful. I mean, the amount of riding, the mountains you see and the volcanoes. I mean, like it's really hard to even put into words, hard to describe it. It's one of those things you have to see. Even the pictures that Frankie takes, as cool as they are, they don't do it justice. There's no video, there's no pictures, there's no nothing that do what you're doing justice. And to do it for 1,600 miles in that, with people know the area, know the route, and know the cool shit to see and how to get there that's people pay a lot of money to go do that kind of stuff. There's all kinds of people that charge bikers to come and take a 1,500-mile tour. So this is something you can go raise money for a good cause and get to see something and knock it off your bucket list. So if anybody's watching and don't get out there this year, keep an eye out for next year and plan ahead and see what works for you.
And that's why we're taking it up over what's called Highway 20, which is the North Cascades Highway. It's only open seasonal. It's like 6 months a year that it's open, and it's a beautiful ride. And like, the picture on the flyer from the first year when we all stopped at Lake Diablo, which is the emerald green lake that's coming right off the glaciers, we'll hit that up again. But, we're crossing, which was crazy because when we planned this last year, we still had the 4 heroes. Now we got 7, and we're crossing 7 different mountain ranges.
Yeah,
from the North
really
Cascades, the Kettles, the Rockies, and it's going to be pretty freaking cool how all the the numbers worked out. The 7th month, 12 and 13, you add 12 and 13. If you take each number, 1 plus 2 is 3, 1 and 3 is 4. That comes out to 7, and all the things that are coming out to 7 is just crazy when it wasn't planned that way, and that just makes it more special, I guess you could say.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I can't wait to watch it. So I look forward to pictures and some live videos and things like that. And who knows, maybe I'll get a wild hair and Amy will kick me out on Wednesday, and I'll have to just ride across the country and go join in. So I can make it there in 2 days. I can make it there in 2 days if I have to, but I don't know if I'll be in any kind of shape to ride for another 2 days once I get there. It'd be pretty funny if I show up and I'm like, I'll just have to meet you at the end of bar because I'm shot.
That would be awesome. I would say, but yeah, we're gonna try to do a lot of photos. I mean, of course, we got Frankie Mountains who rides more one-handed taking photos than anybody, and we're gonna try to get some videos and put something together at the end. But doing some lives and just you got Richard Simmons coming from Oklahoma, who's I don't know if he's ever ridden up here, so it'll be a lot of fun to get people from out of the area. It's like we're gonna do some epic shit, but we're gonna show you some pretty awesome scenery and roads that and people don't see because most people want to travel A to B quickly, but we're gonna take the scenic route and get it done.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, good luck with everything. If there's anything I can do to help out, let me know. I'll be
Yes,
around.
thank you.
I'll be around this weekend for sure. We got a lot going on this weekend, so it'll be fun to. I'll definitely be around. So if you need something, hit me up. I'll be able to help you out with whatever you need. And good luck with it. I hope the weather cooperates. I hope the riders all show up and there's no issues with anything, and you can just have an awesome weekend.
That's the goal, man. Thank you for letting us all be part of the Monster family and keep doing this. It's a lot of fun, and we have a lot of fun doing it. And the camaraderie and everybody we get to meet and the friendship. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I've met some great people through the Monsters, and it's kind of like brings everybody together that have obviously we all have a passion for riding motorcycles and like to do all that, but it goes so far beyond that because I have so many friends within the Monsters that I could throw my motorcycle in the garbage and I would still hang out with these people. It's really it's fun. Like this weekend we hung out. We didn't ride motorcycle. We talked motorcycle a little bit, but talked about a lot of things, and it was just fun. And the Monsters have shown me that it just brings a lot of good-hearted, fun time and do epic shit kind of people together, and that's the kind of people I want to hang out with. So it's a dream come true for me. So it's awesome. And then helping the boys is just that's a no-brainer. So that's super super easy to get behind.
Yeah, we get to do something we love, riding, and we get to do it for an amazing purpose. And when you got a purpose behind it and it's another reason to go ride, it's a win-win. How can you go wrong?
For sure. That's it. Well, I tell you what, my man, we'll cut you loose so you don't keep you all night.
Yes, sir.
And then, you guys have a good time. Enjoy it. Like I said, man, make sure you get one group photo so we can share the shit out of that. And,
absolutely. There'll be a few of them.
Yeah, and have a great time and, enjoy what you guys are doing. And like I always say, life is short, so enjoy the ride. And, anybody out there, you'll never be as young as you are today, so don't keep putting it off. If you've never been in the Pacific Northwest, you won't be any younger next year than you are this year. So try to get out, and it's not too late. You can still go this year. If somebody's on the fence,
yeah, you still got time.
Yeah, you can get out there. You still got time. You just got to be there Friday. So you take it off what time Saturday morning?
5 a.m. is our start time.
5 a.m. So that's awesome. Yep. Little ass kicker if I were to come out, because that's like, that wouldn't be so bad. Your 5 a.m. would be opposite. It'd be 8 o'clock for me. So it'd be like me sleeping in. So that's not so bad.
Yeah, you got till Wednesday to, get here, and you get here for the barbecue Friday night.
Am I behind? Let's see, you're 5 a.m. No, you're 5 a.m. That's the worst. I'm at 2 a.m. So I'd be a wreck. That's terrible. It's all good. But I'll let you go. We'll see you later, my man.
You guys have fun. Thank you. We'll talk to you later.
That sounds like a great time.
It does.
That ride. So I think you should just drop work and head over there and go. And Dylan was spot on. The real reason why Riot can't go. He said ferry. I like ferries that have little twinkly things, stuff like that. But I don't like ferries that we got to paddle a boat. So I would still go, but it's all good. All right. What's next?
Sounds like a good time.
It's gonna be a great time for him. I can't believe how much fun that's gonna be. So, it's great. So it's pretty awesome. And they moved it into July this year, so it's gonna be, I think just gonna work out better for more people. So that's better.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's see. I do got to talk about what we got coming up this week. I gotta just get an image here to share, and then I'll be all good. I think there we go. The Monster 79 is starting this weekend as well. So I don't know, there might be people that are on that are doing his ride, you know, that are signed up for the Monster 79. So if you're not signed up, you can go to the website, scroll down, see the Monster 79, just click sign up, and you're good to go. There's links on here, obviously. But what it is all about is riding for 7 heroes for 9 weeks. Starting on Saturday until the following Friday is week 1. 9 weeks later, it's going to end on September 12th, the night of our bash. So this is going to be a great ending to it. I know there's a lot of people that signed up that are actually using this to ride into it. But you can ride for 1 day of the week, of your week that you sign up for. You can ride every day of the week. So whatever you want to do. I am signed up for week 4. I do not plan to ride every day of week 4. So if anybody has any crazy ideas that they're going to see Riot put on 11,000 miles in 10 days or 7, I guess, what is it, 7 days? So if I'm going to put on 8,000 miles, it's not happening, because I'm going to be out in Sturgis for some of it, and I'm going to be riding around for some of it. So whatever you do, this was by design, that you do something epic, whatever that is. Your style, your epic to you. So everybody has their own idea of what epic is. And if your idea of an epic ride is riding 500 miles, because that's the furthest you've ever ridden in your life, by all means, sign up and push that envelope and do 500 miles. If you're somebody who can do 1,000 miles, if you're somebody who can do 1,000 miles every day for 7 days, that's awesome. We're going to have some prizes for those that raise the most money, those that put on the most miles, things like that. So it's going to be really fun that it is ending on the bash. So the bash is going to have it. Yeah, it's going to have it where it ends, you know, at the bash, and we're just going to have a good time with it. So just wanted to get this. It's really easy to do. You just get on the Give Butter, join one of the groups, try to raise $1 a mile, a set amount, do whatever you can to try to promote what you're doing. This is what we're raising money for. This is going to fund this ride that we're raising money is going to help to pay off Gavin's van, whatever we have left with that, and the fund, the bash, all the things that go on with that is going to be an epic weekend. There's a whole week there, really. So we have things planned. Kids are coming all different days. Some of them can't get off school. Some can't come for as long as others. But anyhow, that's what we got going on. So if anybody's not signed up, you know somebody wants to sign up, by all means, go to the website. If you have any questions, hit me up, and I'll be able to answer them for you. We'll get you signed up, and we'll be good to go. So it'll be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that 9 weeks to help our 7 heroes. So it's going to be so much fun to see how many miles people put on, because every time I think I have it figured out, somebody says, hold my beer, you know, and really like just does something. I was like, damn, you know, like that's not what I expected or whatnot. Because originally it was just going to be just ride a day. And then a bunch of people wanted to know we could just do it for the whole week. So, you know, that's why I got changed right away to you can ride every day of the week if you want. So it will be fun to see how many miles people put on. And I talked to some people who have some crazy ideas. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So that's what we got coming up this weekend. And also what we got coming up that's continuing to go on is the bike night. This is the sign up. This is strictly just for sign up. We're going to make a banner that's got what's going on at the bike nights, that kind of thing. But if anyone is interested in signing up to host a bike night, here are the details. And you can just go to the website again and join to be a host. And when you're a host, we're going to send you banners. We'll have them made with your name on them. Frankie Mountains is going to make the banners. I'll create the thing, and we're going to tag team it and rock them out so they're all custom made. And we have some other things coming as well. So it'll be lots of fun. So the bike night, there's 1 week of bike nights, August 11th to the 16th. any one of those nights that you want to host a bike night, or you have your bar, your restaurant, or somebody's house, whatever, it doesn't matter to us at all. We're just trying to get as many bike nights as we can. So just about promoting, the kids, raising some awareness so people understand what DMD is, how shitty it is on our heroes, and helping them out. So this is going to go a long ways for bringing people into our next year's events. After that, people hear about us and then they start checking out, and okay, now they see what we got going on next year. They're in on that, or, maybe somebody will sign up for end of the week of the Monster 79. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So that's what we got going on for that. I'll let you bang through some of the news, and then I'll touch on the geo hunt after that.
Okay.
That work?
Crazy, that works. Crazy Ladies are on day 188. Go ladies.
188, 188 days, 2 people riding every day. So that's a double down, and they both made it. They both made it every day, to do it. Nobody's missed a day yet for illness, accident, whatever. How many other people, look at all the monsters that have missed time this year. I can't ride it every day of the week, let alone every day of the year. Iceman got hurt, he's out. Just it's hard to have everything go your way for 188 days. So it's pretty awesome. Good job, ladies.
That is. The bash is in 68 days and counting.
Oh my God. And we were talking about it before the show. We have so much to do. So we're going to really be cranking that into high gear now, and to have a good time with it, get some things there. We're going to get working on some vendors, that kind of thing. So some things that kind of thought about after the fact, some things that got missed, whatever. So we'll plug away. We'll get it.
We'll get it. We'll get there.
Yep. If not, the kids would be at the hotel the whole time, just swimming and playing in the water park at the hotel, and the bash will have dinner, and the crash will have everybody hanging out drinking beer. So it'll be good either way.
It'll be good either way. Yes, that it will.
Jack Riot can come out, and I'll roast some tires off my motorcycle in the parking lot.
He can be our entertainment.
Yeah, be some other crazy stuff. Dylan can build a ramp, and we can jump motorcycles and have a good old time.
Boy.
Okay, sorry.
As long as Jack Dillon doesn't come out, we'll be just fine.
Yeah, exactly. That'll be good.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'll talk a little bit about our heroes. A lot of them celebrated 4th, but Alfie, he's actually been good. He was out playing all week with his friends. Mom says no doubt he was getting into trouble. That's our Alfie. He has a very busy summer coming up. They're going to Scotland next week. He's got his clinical trials coming up. And when he's there, he gets to see the Newcastle and Celtic team, his favorite teams, playing one another. So that'll be a good time for Alfie.
And again, I don't even know when they play. I thought their seasons end. They win championships. They keep playing. I can't even keep it up. So
I can't follow all that, but good for them. Whatever they enjoy it. So that's
exactly
that's all that matters. It's like football all the time, I guess. Mr. Gavin got home from Mexico on Wednesday. It looks like he had a pretty good time. Mom ended up with some food poisoning. So that wasn't
water.
So great.
Was it food poisoning or like Montezuma's revenge?
Yeah.
Yep, that's what happens when you get the ice when you get drinks and the ice is in it. I fell for that a couple of times. I started drinking warm whiskey down there after the ice tore me up. No thanks.
Yeah, drink it neat. The 4th and the birthday party turned into an indoor game day, which still they had a great time. They came home to lots of rain. It's been quiet since they got back. T stayed in Mexico. He comes home Wednesday, and Mom says that she thinks Gavin misses his brother, but he will not admit it.
He does.
I'm
know
sure
you
he
do,
does.
Gavin.
Those two really get along. They really do for brothers. They really do.
Yeah, for sure.
Gavin has labs, PT, and OT this week, and then he's spending the weekend with Uncle Jason. I noticed he did bring it up too. Don't forget July 19th if you're anywhere near Republic Harley. The goat will be there. Come out for food and fun. Fajitas. They're having fajitas for the goat, and all proceeds will go to the goat to pay off the goat's bus.
That's awesome. They're gonna have a great time. We just
Wow.
had some banners sent. I don't know. Hold on one second. Let's show the banners.
Okay.
I can't remember if I showed these last time or not, but Frankie Mountains made these banners and they're available. You can call Frankie directly. And if you want these for your bike, whatever.
Oh, nice.
I like this size. And I wasn't about that size, but we have this one and a bigger one. I think these are 3x4. But anyhow, he has them there. We just sent a couple to Gavin. So he'll have them for that night. I'm going to be at a graduation party. Doing a little MC work at a graduation party that night. So I'll be up in Minnesota. I won't be in Texas that day. So I'll miss the fajita party. And I love fajitas too. A lot of Mexican
I know
food.
it sounds awesome.
Yeah, a lot of Mexican food makes me want to barf, but it's fajitas, I love that. So it's awesome. Otherwise, Taco Bell is my favorite Mexican food. And Gavin tells me that's not Mexican food, so it doesn't count.
Yeah. No, Manny makes Mexican food.
Yeah, Manny's food is always pretty good, but when I go to the restaurants, I'm not a big fan of Mexican. Like my taste bud's a little boring, I think. Anyhow, sorry.
I forgot to mention too that Honor Week starts this weekend, 13th through the 19th. So get out and ride.
The 13th
Some
to
of
the
us.
19th. Yeah, I won't be doing that either.
Some of us who start our Monster 79 this next week, maybe.
Are you start? Is your Monster 79 start this week on the 12th? Your week one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Just looking forward to that. As soon as I can get a tire. We're fighting getting a tire. That's another story. But okay, on to Mr. Turbo. He had a great 4th. Today they're hanging out with Lee and his daughter. All the monsters. I love this. All the monsters visiting the heroes. This is really awesome.
Yeah, that was fun. I mean, they were out seeing tunes on a few people on their way home, and I love it because the kids, they don't understand distance sometimes. They just think, oh, they're going to stop by and like we live on the same street. They got to be much older before they realize how far away these people actually are. So, it's pretty amazing when we think about it. People stopping at Tunes' house to see him, and they're from Texas and Mississippi. Not anywhere close to Virginia. So that was pretty good.
That's pretty cool. You're getting a lot of crap about Taco Bell.
Yeah, that happens. Taco Bell is pretty nummy, I think. So that's my favorite.
I think it's pretty good. I don't know. It's not too bad.
That's because you're up there. You're a Viking like me, and you're from the North Country, where you're so far from the Mexican border that
it's like that's Mexican
food. I don't know what to tell you.
Pretty dang good.
Actual Mexican food has way too much flavor and spice, and all that stuff. I can't take it. I don't like that at all. So that happens.
That's funny. Brody spent the 4th with his dad and their side of the family in Branson, Missouri, on the lake. So he had a pretty good time with all his relatives. And it sounds like Lee is coming to visit Brody on Saturday, I believe.
Oh, fun. Yeah, he's coming home from a trip.
Yep, he is. So, and Jackson had a good 4th. They shot off some fireworks and went to the frog pond on Saturday. Jackson went down the big frog slide. Mom was very proud of him because he's always been scared of the big slide. Raindrop and Taco visited yesterday on their way home from your house, and Wrong Way was there today. So once again, all the monsters visiting these heroes is pretty awesome.
Yeah, really cool. That is awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, that happens. Black pepper is spicy sometimes.
Too hot
If
for
you
you.
have 2 shakes, that's too much. So uh, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I'm terrible like that. But yeah, is that all you got? We
That's
good?
all I got for hero news right
Perfect.
now.
Thank
Yep.
you.
Mhm.
The geo hunt. That's all I got left is the geo hunt. That is awesome. Like I said last week, I'm shocked that it went so well and so fast and that people bombed it out. I put a video up yesterday. I didn't have all the pictures, but
Crazy.
I threw what I had together. I threw it together while we were just chilling on my porch. And it was just fun to look at that and see all of it. I'm going to do a much better video and have that ready for the bash. But I had some twists that I didn't even get to use because it went by so fast and so good. And I had a twist I was going to add to the 4th of July, but then we were talking about it and I decided to skip it. That's why I didn't put anything out on Wednesday, because it was a stealing and having all kinds of fun. And I really didn't want to punish the people who were out there rocking it. So that might change. It might have something fun, but there's just a couple coins left out there in the world. If anybody gets up the Dalton Highway, there's one up in Dead Horse. So that's no secret. And the other one, 79, is out there. And I'm surprised that nobody's like got into that to get that last coin, because it's there. It's there and it's in the center of the country. So anybody can get to it. So those are the ones that I noticed that I saw. But the rest of it, I just want to thank everybody for doing such a good job promoting it, having fun. I will say that it is something that's going to happen again. I don't want to give out any details. I don't know for sure it'll be next year or whatever, but it's going to happen again. And I think next year it will happen. So don't follow my tracker all the time and try to figure out where I'm putting things, because maybe I will or maybe I won't, but we'll have to get to more details of that. But it's a big hit. I think I had fun. I learned a lot about geocaching. I didn't understand how that, how that can happen. So I do like his idea for the last twist. Any GIMP people can go over there in a truck and get it. So that's a pretty legit case. But we're gonna have fun with it. I learned a lot about geocaching, and I don't like to do the same thing twice. So, I like to do it. I don't have any problem with doing a geo hunt again, but we're gonna twist it up again right out of the gate. So it'll be fun. It'll just be different, because I don't like doing the same thing twice. I was talking to Chad about that and some people here this weekend, that when I try to put things together for year after year, I don't like the exact same thing, because you just get burned out with it. And so many people have big parties and it's a big hit the 1 year, 2 years, but then they just don't change anything. And it's like it's all gone and pretty soon just fades away and nothing's there. So I try to, when I get with people about ideas for rides and events and things like that, it's like something new, something different, something fun. So it's going to be great. Yeah, everybody will want to be at the party. Everybody wants to be at the party. So, if you haven't made plans, make your plans for September 12th and 13th at the Bash and Crash. There's going to be a lot more details come out of that. I saw somebody's asking about the phone number. So I'll post the flyer again that has all the details on it on there. So I'll post that flyer this week, so people that don't have a hotel room, and I got to get with the hotel and make sure all the kids are squared away now that we know the dates, everybody's coming and all that good stuff. So we're all good. So that's all I have. I look forward to the Monster 79 kicking off this week. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see what people do, and we're going to have a lot of fun with that. So when it comes time for our Bash and Crash, there's going to be a lot of stories to tell, a lot of laughs, to be had. So it's going to be pretty epic. So I look forward to it.
It's a busy year.
Crazy busy. Next year won't be so busy. I have a couple things. We're going to announce everything at the Bash. We're going to announce what's going on and all that good stuff. So, when you're there, you'll see it. Otherwise, we'll post it right afterwards. But at the Bash, you'll know what's coming for next year the dates, the times. I'm working on what's going to work best for our rides next year, and what's going to work best for our weekend to bring the kids to town, and where we're going to do that. So I have some ideas. I kind of want to go West Coast with the party, because we've been south and we've been north, and so kind of want to go West Coast, and we'll tie it all in. So we'll do that. I'm trying to think of the best time, but I think it might be September again. I was trying to stay away from September and October because the kids in school, but the Hoka Hay, I'd like it to be after that, and that's in August. So I didn't want to do it right before that. It's going to be too hard for any monsters. And right after the Hoka Hay is very hard because you're so beat up and tired. You get home and you've been on the road for 3 weeks, a month. It's hard to pack it up and go somewhere else the next weekend. So we'll probably do that for sure after school starts. And Gavin can take time off. He's all good. So we'll see. But we got some dates. We're kicking it around. We might do it beforehand. Might be in June, July, whatever. But we'll dial that in. We'll let everybody know in September. So that's all I got. I thank you, everybody, for the support. And we're all good. Anything else?
I have nothing else.
Awesome. Dylan, I was just going to say, Dylan, we good? And we got the thumbs up before I could even ask them. So I thank you all, and I'll see you next week if we don't do anything live over the weekend. But kicking off the Monster 79, I'll probably do something on Friday night to kick it off at midnight, because it is go time. So with that, I will say goodbye. Peace.
And don't forget Honor Week. Thank
Honor
you.
Week is starting. So you got all week in Monster 79 and the Honor Week all at once. Later.
Thanks.